Hey everybody, it's Uzi from Option Selling Institute. And in this week's video, let's go over two trades that were 100% winners this week that we were able to let expire. And one of which was a futures options trade. And before I do that though, let's go into some of the action from the week. Here's a synopsis and a quick summary of how the week went. As you can see over on the far right, we closed 11 trades for the week. They were all closed for winners. We had a roll one trade, which we've been rolling now since earnings. That's our second roll, and we're still bringing in more credit. And one of the new positions that we put on was a futures options position. So we let as you'll see in a minute, we let two expire this week, and we opened up a new futures option position. And we also had some new members join us in the Discord. All right, let's take a look at some of the trades that we actually did, and over here on the far left now. So you can see a lot of these were 100% winners this week. We had TSCO was a 100% winner. And here are the two futures options positions that we actually let expire this week: the Aussie dollar, the Euro dollar, 100%ers. We had a 100% winner on ILMN. That was for earnings. As you can see under this earnings column, we had TTD, Datadog, two more 100% winners. Unity Software was a 79% winner, and Qualcomm, another earnings trade, which was kind of a problem. Not a problem in the sense that we lost, but it was becoming a problem toward the expiration. It was kind of sticking in an area that would have put us in a position where we would have had to close it and for a loss. But at the end of the day, there, it made a nice move. We took the risk off the table, locked it in, which was 71% of the max return on profit, and it was 9% return on the risk capital. So some real solid numbers this week. And yeah, 11 trades is a nice amount for for the week, especially since we had a lot of data and events coming out with the U.S. election, and we also had the Fed this week. So it was a big week where we didn't want to get too busy, but as you can see, we still did a lot of work. Here you can see our open positions leading into next week. We have they're right here. These five, actually seven. So we have ALB, we have the live cattle futures that's still on, NEM puts, IBM put spread, Crocs is the rolled put, Copper Strangle, live cattle futures, and a Tesla broken wing butterfly, which with that, Tesla can either go up, it can go down, or go sideways, and we're going to make money on that trade. We just don't want it to go too far too fast this upcoming week. And but Tesla's made such a crazy move up. It's due for at least a 1 or 2 day pullback, and that's all they'll need to close it for probably 50% or more. So we'll see how that one goes. All right, let's get into some of the action. We're going to start with the first trade of the week, which was an earnings trade on TTD, the trade desk. And this was a nice trade. The setup was like this: we had the earnings coming out on Friday morning after the Thursday, after when they reported their earnings on Thursday after the close. We chose to sell the 110 puts. We sold those naked, and you'll see in a minute how the stock made a pretty large gap down, but it never violated our short puts. So here's what it looked like leading up to the day of earnings. Now the stock had made, 3 up days, even though this is a very small candle, this one here, price bar. It was still an up day, and this was super strong leading up to their earnings. So I wanted to put on a trade that was going to have little to no upside risk. And after doing all the analysis, we decided to go with the short put. And the analysis suggested that we go a little bit below the 50-day moving average, as you can see by this dotted line here. So that's the 50-day moving average. I also have some fibs up just for reference, but like I said, we didn't want to have any upside risk, so we decided to just sell puts in case it wanted to keep going up, fine, and if it wanted to fall, again, based on the analysis, we felt the 110 strike was going to be a nice safe level, so that's where we sold the puts. And you can see the stock opened lower, much lower down here, and it spent a lot of the day heading higher. But as you can see, we were never in jeopardy whatsoever on our short strikes. Let me go over the math with you behind this trade. So the numbers look like this. We sold the contracts for 46 cents per contract. So if you sold one, you made $46. If you sold 10, $460. And if you sold 50, you made $2,000. I mean, so really, we leave the sizing up to each individual member based on their risk tolerance. And like I said, we let these expire. 100% profit winner there. And up top is the confirmation, as you can see, a timestamp of when we actually do the trade and the position with the price. So it's there for transparency reasons. No one can say that this is fake. These are fake numbers. All right, and the second trade that we were able to make 100% on was the euro dollar futures option position we had on. This was a 30-day trade, and this trade netted a huge percentage of it, which I'm going to show you in a minute. It's 100% on the premium, but it was a huge percent winner on return on risk. So I highlighted the area the day where we actually put the position on. So this was the day when we put the position on right there. And it was heading right toward its 50-day moving average, which in the past, as you can see, and I'll highlight it for you, it had been respecting, highlighted here that, 50-day moving average fell below, but regained it the next day. Over here, fell below it, but regained it within about 2 weeks. So the analysis suggested that it should hold. Now, analysis is great until, sometimes, the analysis is a little off or a little skewed. But what we had happen was it violated the 50. It even violated the 200-day moving average. Now, a few members were starting to get a little bit of sweaty palms when it broke the 200-day moving average, thinking it was going to just keep collapsing. But again, these levels that I choose when we put on these positions they're put through a lot of scrutiny. So while anything can happen and losses do occur, this was a great level, even if worst case scenario should happen. Now, we actually had a worst case scenario happen in that the reaction to the US elections sent the US dollar soaring, and it sent the euro and the Aussie dollar spiraling down. And as you can see, this is the day after the election, or maybe even the night of the election. As soon as those futures opened up, it was a huge sell-off. And look where it went to. And this is all legit. These lines, I don't make up these lines and where it stops. This is the price bar of the day after the election, and it just about got to the strike where we were short. And it held, as you can see, where it closed here. The next day it opened and moved higher, and then the following day they expired. So, and it looked like it tried to make another attempt at that 107 level, which was our short strike. Now, it tried 2 attempts with one of the worst case scenarios that could happen for the US, the euro, and this price level still held. So the analysis was spot on, and these expired for 100% profit. And let me show you how the math works out on the return on risk. So as you can see, we used $444 to put this trade on in a regular Reg T margin account. So we're not using portfolio margin or anything like that. And we brought in $100 per contract. So when you do the risk assessment, and I'll show you in the next slide, $100 profit, because we kept it all, on $444 usage is I'm going to show you now. It's 23% in 30 days. Now, that's not to say you can make 23% every month. That's not what I'm saying here. But on these type of trades, and we put these on often, and if we can let them expire, you're talking 23% in 30 days. And you just can't make that in a bank. You can't make that in a hedge fund. You'd be lucky to make 23% in a hedge fund for the year. So this is what we're doing here at the Institute, and we have a better than 95% win rate. It's closer to 99%. I don't want to get too crazy, but we're pushing the high numbers there on our win rate. So yeah, we're doing good, and we're staying lean. We're not trying to get too oversized in too many positions at one time, but we trade the markets that we see, and we're getting great reviews from our members. Let me go over one with you now. This is from a member who's been with me for a little bit. He knew me before he joined my Discord, and as he says, in a short period of time, he's seen the kind of trades that we're getting into based on the analysis that I go through each trade. And he said it was a no-brainer for him to join up, not just because he was my friend from another place, but because he saw what we were doing and how it was going. He said it's been pretty great guiding. I've been pretty great guiding and consistent risk management, which is something he was looking for. And he says the success of the alerts is amazing. So this is what we're getting from our members. He said he's getting a nice education along the way, which is what I try to do. You know, it's not just about giving you fish. We try to teach you how to fish and set you up so that you know, when the time comes and you go out on your own, or if the time comes you want to start doing some other trades on your own, you have learned along the way and can start putting on some of your own trades. So if these are some of the trades you'd like to see in your own account, if these are some of the trades, the profits that you'd like to see and be part of, all you have to do is just click my link down here, the whop.com link with Theta Profits with Uzi, where you can reach out to me on Twitter. Here's my Twitter link, or you can just look me up, Uzi Options at Jim Trainer 41. I'll also include those links in the video description in case you don't get a chance to write them down here quick. And come on over. We've still got a 3-day trial going. After 3 days, if you want to stay with us, you can. You'll start getting billed. And if you don't want to stay with us after 3 days, just cancel and you won't get billed. And you can try to find another Discord doing better numbers. I am pretty in touch with a lot of the other Discords out there. I'm affiliated with a few of them, and there are great traders out there. But right now, I think we're killing it. We're really doing some unbelievable accuracy with our profits and numbers. So come on by. It's free for 3 days. Check us out. Like I said, if you don't like it, you can let it expire and cancel. And if you want to stay with us, you can do that too. With that, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Please leave me some comments. Leave a like and a follow if you don't mind, in case it'll help me figure out how I can make these videos better for you guys. And we'll see you on the next one. This is Uzi, and thanks for watching, everybody.